Jonathan Sim coming soon. How you doing, Catherine?
Love that background. Looking
Thank
good.
you, thank you. I appreciate it. It's like I'm there with you guys. Yeah.
God, her face is amazing, right?
So good. Yeah. So, speaking of, when you were figuring out how to play Grace's sister, how similar did you want your mannerisms to be to Samara's, and how did you want them to be different?
I actually didn't think about mannerisms. I thought about how do I support this character Grace? My character's Faith and Grace. Like, where does Faith fall into this? What's the point of her? And so I thought about the big picture more actually, and the whole story. And I determined I was a problem. How do I become a problem? And that just meant not in a rude way, but I was like, it was written for me. The role was written for me. And so when I say not in a rude way, I was like, it's just being myself. Like, if I was her little sister in real life, like, that's a problem. She's in the wrong place at the wrong time, and she is just causing trouble just by existing. So it was really about finding the places to support Samara Weaving, and I let her lead the way. She set the tone in the first movie. There was no discovery there. So on day one, I watched her next to me literally start shaking, and I was like, okay, here we go, and I just kind of followed her way of leading. She didn't tell me anything or ask me of anything, like ask anything of me. She just let me be. So I didn't study her mannerisms, and there's no way I could have. No way.
Yeah.
No way I could have tried to do that. But I did have to lean into myself and finding a place for Faith and what's her point there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you're both very good in this. You have this
You
like
know what's
fun
funny? Wait,
chemistry. Yeah.
sorry, wait. There was
Mhm.
one part, right, in the movie. I think I turned into her just by being around her. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very
Yeah.
like a sponge. And there's like this one time in the movie where we both like crossed our arms at the exact same time. Like, none of that was planned. So it becomes osmosis. You hang out with
Yeah.
someone every day, 12 hours a day, you're going to turn into them.
Yeah, it's like a sisterly bond sort of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And now tell me about the fake blood situation. How much of it did you get hit with? What did it taste like? I want all the details.
So like some of it tastes like alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. Ugh, like the one that they like paint on you, and that sucks. That one sucks, right? But then there's some that taste like chocolate, and there's some that taste like caramel and like strawberry or cherry. The mouth blood is my favorite. It actually tastes pretty good, and that's the one I spit out at people, like Sean when I get in that fight with him. I'm spitting on him, and it's great.
Uh,
And then there's the goo. I don't even know what that's made out of, man. I don't even know, but it's fun. It's what we do it for.
yeah, right. No, it's got to be fun, especially on this movie with that much fake blood. I feel like that's just like that's got to be pretty fun. Um, one more question: if you could choose any of your previous characters, and I have mine already, but if you could choose any of your previous characters to win a deadly game of hide and seek, who would you choose and why?
Well, I think Millie Kessler from Freaky would have a pretty good shot. Um,
She could, yeah. I could see that.
um, Ant Girl, Cassie Lang, maybe.
That was my idea because she could just shrink really small, right?
Yeah, and she's got some
Yeah.
help. She's got some friends she could call.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, there's that would be a very helpful for her, I feel like. Yeah, to have that PIM technology. Yeah, well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me about this film and have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.